Be alright. Got G-O-D all over my life. Don't worry where I've been, what I did, how I came up. Everything was.
Guys, it's your girl Destiny and I'm back with another YouTube video. So today's video is basically gonna be about my experience that I had with a guy that wasn't my husband but was sent from the enemy to destroy me. So basically, this is on my Christian journey. Right after I got baptized, the enemy had somebody waiting for me in with sheep clothing. Like, he was ready to come get a piece of cake. He was ready to come get a piece of raspberry. Let me stop. But literally, he was right there on the side waiting for me, started talking to me, trade numbers. And at that time, I had a leader or whatever. And she was like my spiritual guider, like in this walking with God and stuff. And she was like, if I was your mother, he can't talk to you or be in your bubble. And I was like, you ain't finna know what's finna about to go down. Like, what you talking about? You ain't finna stop nothing right here. But I didn't say anything crazy. Like, I was just like, what is she talking about? Because I'm finna get his number. Like, what are you talking about? Let me stop. But that's how I was feeling. I was just like, I was more confused though. Like, I was really more confused. Like, why is she saying this? Like, what do she see? But mind you, she used to see things before it happened and she used to say things before it happened. So it was just like, what is she talking about right now? So we finally trade numbers. We finally got to get to know each other or whatever. And I asked my mom, like, can I date him? But he already asked me out. My mom didn't know. But I was just like, doing me, the owe me, by the way. And I was like, Ma, can I date him? And she was like, go ask God. And I was like, are you physically asking me to, like, go on my knees and ask God? And she was like, see what he said. And I was like, fine. I'm a good girl. Like, I don't do anything. So I'm gonna see what God say, right? So I got on my knees and I asked God. Y'all, I never really asked to hear God in an auto voice. But when it came to that situation, I wanted to make sure, like, I was in good hands, like, not just dating anybody that I shouldn't be dating, you know? It's scary out here. So as I was doing that, asking God on my knees, guys, I got on my knees, asked the Lord. I heard no. I heard God in an auto voice tell me no 3 times about a guy. I was just like, I'm already dating him, God. Like, how are you gonna say no now? It was just like a no. I mean, y'all, I was like kind of upset, but like really understanding the situation. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I was kind of upset about it. Because the Lord just kept telling me no. I'm just like, why are you saying no? So I cried to the Lord and I was like, God, we're ready talking. Like, we're ready smooching, all that. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? So I went against God and I did what I wanted to do. Had link-ups and all that. Yo, I mean, the Lord was punishing me so much because this man was in my life and I was not being obedient. I remember one day, my phone cracked because of him. Like, I just got the phone from him and I think my phone cracked. And then I went to know someone. My mom was like, you still talking to that guy? And I was like, he's just a friend. Like, now we're just friends. Y'all, I got my nails done with me, my grandma, my aunt, right? And my sister. Why, when I get from the nail salon, when I get out the cab, my nail break? He just felt like so much, what you say in the world, bad luck, but it wasn't bad luck. It was just demons around. Like, evil spirits was lingering, you know? There's no such thing as bad luck, but in the world, I was still, like, understanding my spiritual walk. Like, you know, he wasn't a blessing, he was a curse, okay? So he was cursed, and it was trying to curse me on top of that because I was with him. I came out of covenant with him. So I'm just like, everything bad keep happening to me while I'm dating this person. Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do at this point? I'm just like, what do I really do? Like, I don't understand what is going on. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to figure it all out, right, y'all? I'm trying to figure this whole situation out with this guy. Like, what do I do at this point? So, hold on, put my ponytail in because it is hot in my room right now. I don't even know why it's this hot right now, but it's super hot. So I'm like, what do I do at this point? Like, this guy is on my body, we talking heavy or whatever. Like, I'm like, what do I really do? So I remember one time I invited him to my boy best friend's house to, like, pull up. like, you know, to talk, and it ended up being something else. We ended up doing a do or nothing like that. We just ended up smooching, and that's it. Y'all, I mean, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. And I went behind my mom back. My mom was telling me to stop hanging out with him, stop talking to him. And I was just like, all right, like I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like, I'm gonna have to live and see for myself and learn for myself. Like, and mind you, summer was ending, school was coming up, and I'm like, how are we gonna link up? Like, how are we still gonna see each other? You go to a different school. And he was like, don't worry about that. Like, you're my queen. That sweet talker me and everything. Like, y'all, I was so naive at this point. But I kind of knew, like, you know, part of you know, but you just like, I don't feel like accepting it type. So yeah, so now I remember I'm in a church because we met in a church basically while I was just getting baptized. So at this part, I'm with the pastor and she's putting me in, like, getting me baptized in the Holy Spirit. Yo, I'm getting baptized in the Holy Spirit. He pulled up, he told me he was coming. I was like, all right, I'm finna see my boo. Like, we finna have some fun. Like, we ain't finna do nothing crazy, but like, we chilling. Man, I'm getting baptized in the Holy Spirit. I'm getting convicted while this man is there. Like, I don't want to go next to him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to say nothing to him. He's like, I'm sitting down on the steps. So I wave to him like that, like a hi, while I'm in the front, like by the altar. And she's praying to me. She's telling me about my future. She's talking to me about my past. And I'm crying. And I'm in the spirit. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I know me talking to this person is so wrong. Like, it's so wrong. It's going against God's will. Man, I feel like God spoke to my heart. And I felt God spoke to my heart that day. I knew what I had to do was just ignore him. Guys, I ignored him. Like, I just couldn't say anything. He was texting me. I just like praying in my head, like, God, just let him leave. Just let him leave, because like I feel like so shameful and embarrassed about what I did, and I just don't know how to, you know, move past it. So he ended up talking to somebody else at the church or whatever, and I'm like, all right, that's what you want to do. Go do you. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna do me. He didn't dump me or break up with me or anything like that, but he was over there doing him. He was low-key over there cheating. Like, what are you doing? But it's all good though. I'm not mad. I ain't mad, baby. I ain't pressed and I ain't upset. I'm glad because God dodged that bullet. God protected me, period. But besides that, y'all, so I asked God to have him break up with me. He did that right away. It was a really hard breakup for me because I was just on my healing journey, and then he came in my life, and I still wasn't healed from wounds, and I was looking for love in the wrong places, basically. But at that moment, I wasn't looking for love. He came to me, and it just felt like, okay, I'm looking for something, but it was an unfulfilled place that I needed God to fill with the Holy Spirit, with God. So yeah, I had to burp. Excuse me, guys, but it was a really hard breakup for me. This was a really hard time for me because looking back, I went through something like, oh my God, it was so bad. Oh my God. It was so bad because it was just like, the Lord was revealing to me about my gifts, like who I am in the spirit and stuff like that. And I would open up to him about certain things that I saw in his life, that happened in his past life and stuff, and he was just like, you're too much, bro. And that's the reason why he dumped me. He dumped me because I told him about a dream that I had about him in the past life, what he go through about his depression and all that. That's the reason why he cut me off. He was like, you're just weird. And I was like, I'm weird? No, baby, I'm right. Now it's time for you to go. And then I would ask him questions like, do you believe in marriage and stuff? And he was like, I never believe in marriage because it happened to my mom and dad. It was just like, I was just in the wrong covenant with the man. So when he actually broke up with me, I took it really harsh because I was already like healing. Like I said, I was already healing, but I was going through a lot at the same time because I just felt like, whoa, you broke up with me when I could have broke up with you. Like, it was that pride kicking in, like, you know, like that pain. But I also had a soul tie to him, and I just wish things didn't end that way. But now I don't regret it. Like, I'm happy it ended the way it did because look where I'm at now. But then it was hard. Like, my cousins was holding me down through it, and plus God. But my mom didn't even know what I was going through. Like, I didn't even open up to her about it, but she knew because she was spiritual. But it was a rough time. So that was my journey and my experience on getting caught up with the wrong man. Why walking into my full calling and the enemy attacking me. And ever since, he was the last person I ever kissed. He was the last person I did anything with. I haven't kissed a man. I haven't did anything ever since. And that's been 16, 17, 18, 19. It's been 4 years. I haven't kissed anybody or did anything with anybody. So this journey really made me strong and really made me strong-minded and spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And I learned, like, when God tell you no, you better listen. Because literally, he was dealing with a devil spirit. Oh my God. He would tell me things about my own dad. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm going on a ride. I'm gonna share this little part because the enemy is so tricky. I just want you guys to know, like, when your mom or God tell you something, listen, because I'm a witness and I experienced it, baby, and it was hard for me to get through it. It put me in a whole depression, but that's because he was going through depression, so that's why I had to go through it. Like, it was the soul tie from kissing him. You get that? Do you get that? Like, anyways, so let me tell y'all. I'm on the way to go see my dad where he was like incarcerated at, right? Whatever. I didn't tell him where. I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go see somebody. Like, I'm on a bus ride or whatever. He was like, you about to go see your dad incarcerated? I was like, who told you that? And mind you, he was high and drunk that night. So it was just, you just gotta know the devil by the devil. Like, you gotta know the devil's spirit. People can't be the devil, but it's the devil's spirit that entered them. And the devil basically sent me someone that was dealing with the devil's spirit to attack me. So ever since that experience, I've been with Jesus Christ ever since, and ain't never leaving. Still ain't never leaving. But my best bet to y'all is just wait for your husband, because the man that God had prepared for you is equal yoke. Anybody you guys talk to, excuse me, make sure it's equal yoke, because we were not equal yoke. I was trying to make him a godly man. I can't build a man. Only God can build a man. And I was trying to be God. It just wasn't happening. But that is my experience. Any comments, anything you guys want to say, like, I mean, I'm here to answer it. Don't be shy. But like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos, and be blessed with the rest.
What I did, how I came up, everything was